you just got a fairly little castle, and you kind of don't want to drop shield. I'm not going to put the word scared in there because, like, if you've got too many troops, it can be pretty scary, and you can lose a lot of time and a lot of effort at the wrong moment. But a small castle can have a lot of fun in game. The only thing is that if you do have a lot of troops, you need to be ready to take a risk. Or you need to be able to look scary. And this account does neither of these things. It doesn't look scary, and it doesn't actually take risks either, because she is so troops light. If her leader goes, then she's 3 days without her leader. She's going to get infirm. I actually don't even think she's going to get sanctuary. That's how troops light she is. So let's have a look at having some fun when you're basically very, very weak. This is a pretty nice one, because this guy here had 428k troops. And this little account, which has just over 100 million might, only just unlocked tier 4, doesn't have a full march of any tier 4, doesn't really have particularly good war gear. She walked into him and she gave him a jolly good 0. Okay, but bear in mind, he doesn't have a leader, and he's pretty small too. But, you find the right target, you can go in there. I actually think this is a fairly fair contest. I can only send 250k troops. Admittedly, this guy is very far from tier 4. He does have some tier 3, and if you look at that, it looks like I kind of took a bit of a knock. But those are tier 3s that I was using as a meat shield anyway, and I want them dead. Tier 3s are not good. They really do hurt your morale. Your fighting troops are tier 4s, and would you believe it, tier 2s. Tier 3s, not very useful. Maybe in ball. But yeah, we all love ball so much. Actually, I quite like it, but yeah, everybody complains about it. But I mean, you look at that. I hit him pretty damn hard, and he's got 143k reds there, which is a bit much, I have to be honest with you. His infirm space is not very big. Maybe he still had, I don't think he still had troops there. I can't remember. So of course I had to hit him again. Let's have a look how that went anyway. Let's have a look at the battle, and we can have a little look at, we can have a closer look at the report. The report says a lot. Both of these, looking at what happened. Oof, look at that wall, just walked through that wall. Maybe this guy was breached quite recently, but yeah, he's not very big. Probably doesn't have a lot of research. And yeah, well, I'm pretty much plowing into him there. It's not going to be good for him. And yeah, I've got reds. You're going to have reds whenever you fight. There is no way you're going to fight and not have reds, unless you're really, really going to pick on teeny tiny players that don't have troops, in which case, why bother? So this wasn't a huge risk for me. I mean, obviously, I got my 15 minutes of fury. I can't shelter everything. At least that much I can't do. Beautiful win. And then, of course, polishing off the rest, really, really easy. So yeah, let's just take a closer look so that I'm not covering anything up from you here. I mean, yeah, I was bullying this guy a little bit here. He's got not a lot of tier 3s. Seriously not. Yeah, nevertheless, he's got tier 3s, and he's got some tier 2s. And yeah, I went in there with all my tier 4s. That's all my tier 4s. That's everything I own, and I don't care who knows. Because this little one is no way going to even try and defend her castle. Sometimes she hangs around with anti-scout just to see how long it'll take before someone hits her, but that's kind of it. All right, so let's look at the account that did that. I mean, I'm talking about a little account here. Admittedly, I'm going to tell you, I could have taken this out before I got tier 4. I think 500k troops was my record when I was still a tier 3 player with this account. So it's my baby. Look how cute she is. Look at her gear. It's like seriously mixed. But it's almost like real gear. I also discovered that I've got a bunch of purple jewels. So yeah, I've got some blue jewels as well. It looks like I'm going to be jeweling up some of these pieces here. Don't use jewels before they're blue. You don't have to wait for them to be purple. It does take forever. But yeah, I'm probably going to put in jewels in most of this. Attack jewels, obviously. My drum here is pretty much exemplary for my size. Um, yeah, I mean, green and blue jewels. I think I put those green jewels in very, very early on, when she was still a little brown castle, maybe, or maybe she was just a purple castle. But I just wanted them because I was doing a lot of killing. And I mean, this little account has got very respectable kills. Might Destroyed isn't great, but what do you expect? She's not a trap. She's not going to be eating tier 4s. She goes out there and she's aggressive and she fights. The one thing that was funny though is after the attack, I ported back to the hive, and level 6. And this guy is just ginormous. He walked into me. I mean, I was barely back at the hive, and like I said, I by then did have my leader sheltered, obviously. But what I had actually already done was unsheltered it and sent it to another castle. Because, I mean, this is an alt account. This is my baby alt account. So, and I'll say it again, I don't like using gems on her to shield. She's got a shield now, but it's only an 8-hour. And she's going to drop that before I go to sleep. She's going to put all her troops over here with this guy. He's the food bank. I know when his shield is, I can send my leader with a garrison, and then I can reinforce him and still have space left over without even having to use my shelter. So, I mean, very difficult to get my leader. But this big guy turned up. He didn't even scout me. And he put all 3 of the troops that I had out in Infirm. However, I flirted with him, so maybe I got a new buddy. Anyway, lots of fun. You can have lots of fun with a baby account. In fact, I'm inclined to say that baby accounts like this are actually more fun because you have less to lose. That's my story. Enjoy the game.